running backs don't go in the first round. I know you want to be an actor.
Hey, we're the DAP Network and we're live. Well, we're like some of the DAP Network. I got to be honest, like this wasn't even my idea. Like everyone else is like, we should do this, we should do this, we should do this. And then I'm the one sitting here. And then, well, first of all, an hour and a half ago, Bobby's like, link? We got a link? Whoa, dude, calm down.
Bobby does only pods once a year. He's hyped up for it.
It's true. I'm just here to talk to my friends. I don't even care about the football part.
That's true.
And I don't care about my friends. I'm just here to talk football. So it works out.
Am I going to get an FU, Rocky, this year?
It depends. It depends what the Eagles do, and it depends what the Giants do. If the Eagles do something dumb, then no. If they do something smart, probably.
Okay.
But to be fair, these days I know much less about what is dumb or smart, so your chances of getting an FU are much lesser. And I will also say I recognize that your son is in the background. So
he can't hear anything. He can't hear it though. I got headphones on. You can say whatever you want.
But just knowing he's there will make me censor myself a little.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for a good old, even if there's no heart behind it, by the end of the night, I want at least one decent FU. Even if it's just like, all right, everybody, we're signing off, and fuck you, Rocky. All right, everybody, goodbye.
It's tradition at this point.
Yeah, we need it. All right, so I love that Bobby just, well, he literally quit Twitter, so he has absolutely no idea what's going on.
It's true. Actually, that's just not about football. That's like world news stuff too. It's actually pretty great. I'm not going to lie. You know how they say ignorance is bliss? It's very, very true.
Yeah, I'm still on way too much social media anyway. Like I use Facebook for football cards and for memes and cute animal photos. So I still unfortunately get some of that. I love that everyone sees this and like wants to know what it is. It makes me so happy. Like I arbitrarily put it up there because I didn't know where else to put it. This is a 3D printing of Batman the Animated Series, the SNES game, signed by Kevin Conroy, the guy who did the voice for Batman. This is like prized possession, makes me so happy kind of thing.
Even more prized than any T. Higgins thing he has.
Well, it's right next to T. Higgins for a very specific reason. Hey, Jesse says they miss you, Bobby.
Thanks, Jesse. I miss you too.
He doesn't
not
know.
That we don't talk pretty much every day in that league that I'm not even in anymore.
I know. That is the most active chat I've ever been a part of, by the way.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, well, Rocky asked in the private chat because he's apparently just such a secretive person. Yeah, we're only streaming to YouTube because
I didn't know that people wanted to hear about where we're streaming to. I was just curious.
I'm not really. I don't care.
So,
and it's really just YouTube because otherwise it's what, like my Twitter, I guess we could have done too, but like I haven't used the DAP Network Twitter in, when did we create the DAP Network? That long. I tried for like 20 minutes. I'm like, I don't want to do this. So streaming to that really wouldn't have gotten us anywhere. We don't have any other.
Only Junkies episodes streamed to the DAP Network Twitter.
Yeah, no. Do they?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know how many people see it because of that, but we do.
Oh man, it was so great. I see Kevin from The Office in the commercial. I had a work conference and it was put together by the HR lady because that's what they do. They put that kind of stuff together. And at the end, the president, CEO, whatever you want to call him, because he's all of those things, comes up and he's like, her name is Angela. We want to thank Angela. She did all this work together. Being an HR person is so rough. You always HR people are the first people that get yelled at. They get the brunt of everyone's anger. I want to show you a little bit what it's like to be an HR person. And he put a stream of Michael Scott yelling at Toby and saying how much he hates him. And then after it, he plays a cameo by the dude who played Toby, thanking Angela for being an awesome HR, and that he knows that being HR is hey, Casey!
Hey!
How's it going?
I'm trying to get my TV to work.
I love that as Casey came in, Russ or at least for me, Russ's stream just completely froze, and it was just Casey's face sticking her tongue out.
Casey has that effect on me. It wasn't even my internet. I literally froze when she showed up.
That's how it works usually.
Yeah.
What is happening? So how are we doing tonight, guys?
I'm
Good.
ready for bed. That's the wrong answer.
Ready for
I think so, especially for a 4+ hour stream that we're about to do here.
Russ, I'm right there with you.
The worst part is like Trish, my wife, is at a work happy hour, which was not on our calendar, even though me podcasting has been on our calendar for about a month and a half. And my kids are just upstairs by themselves right now. So I'm gonna have to run away at some point to make sure they actually go to bed, because there is school tomorrow and they are going to freaking school tomorrow because I work from home and I don't want to have to deal with them.
That's
So
considering.
I am.
Well, how many texts are you going to get from your teacher tomorrow? Over, under 5?
Well, okay, so no, I'll be lucky with that one because Nolan, like my son, does not need sleep. That dude just like stays awake. He keeps himself awake to watch TV. Like he does TV, and then like I'll go into his room and it's like 12:30, and I'm like, dude, I told you to turn your TV off like an hour ago. He's like, and I'm like, I guess I should have been paying attention, but I didn't. So it's a little bit of both of ours, you know. And he's like, oh, that's fine. I'll go to sleep. I wake him up at like 6:30, and he's just like, fine. It's like being young. Like I miss being young and being able to just like not sleep, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I am not like that now.
These days, I fall asleep around 9 or so, and I wake up at like 4 or 5 a.m. It's super cool. And by super cool, I mean I wish that I slept much later in the day.
No, I still go to sleep pretty late, mostly just, well, I do this 2 nights a week, so I don't get out of here until like 11:30, or if we're doing the grind, 1:30, depending on the day. And otherwise, like, that's the only like me time I have is at like starting at 11:30 after Trish finally and the kids fall asleep. So I'm awake for at least an hour, just like literally watching cartoons and playing on my phone before I go to sleep.
I will say I do somewhat like waking up at 4 or 5 because nobody in my neighborhood is awake. Not that I'm walking around the neighborhood, but it's like super quiet. I'm just playing video games by myself. It's nice downtime.
No, I wake myself up about 20-30 minutes before my kids need to wake up because I do the same thing again. I take that time, I go sit down, I have a cup of coffee, I sit in the couch and I play games on my phone. And now all of a sudden, Nolan is just like, Daddy, I want you to wake me up as early as you can. So I still give myself like 10 minutes. Like I'll go downstairs at 6:30, get half a cup of coffee, a couple of games, and I'm like, all right, fine. And mostly it's because he doesn't do his homework at night and just wants to do it in the morning. But like, that was my time. Of course, I could say no, but then he'll keep asking. And then he'll find a way to wake up on his own. I don't want to deal with that crap. Dude, it's like 8:06. Why has this not started yet? And the worst part is we have to sit through like how long of an opening speech that nobody cares about from Goodell.
Oh, I have it muted. I'm just relying on you guys and like looking over every once in a while. I just want to see your reactions to the picks.
I mean, that's where I am. Mine's muted, and I don't know. I'm ready for this to just get going. This is ridiculous already.
Maybe we get an early FU, Rocky, from Bobby.
Why you think the
Eagles got a pickup grade? No, they got a pickup grade for tampering with Gannon. Apparently, they moved from the 5th to the to the 3rd or something like that.
For what?
Yeah, that's all the Eagles need. The Eagles are fine, guys. They magically ignore the cap. It works out for them all the time. Other teams should be allowed to tamper with the Eagles for no other reason than the fact that the Eagles can maneuver the cap and Howie Roseman is a magician. So it should be like, you cannot tamper with players unless they're on the Eagles. Then it's okay because we need you to somehow find a disadvantage for Howie.
Maybe other GMs should learn to handle the cap better and not give Daniel Jones humongous cap hits for the next 4 years.
You know what? It's actually not a humongous cap hit for the next 4 years. That's a great deal. I'm not even kidding. It's a great deal for Daniel Jones. It's essentially a 2-year deal.
Yeah,
he can get out of in year 3. And then if they decide to keep him, they'll massage the cap, because I will actually say, I think Shane went to the Howie Roseman cap management school, or at least I hope so. But
His cap hits are higher than hers, though.
I'm talking way too much about Howie and the Eagles, and already I really don't like it, Rocky. You're just trying to get an F.
I love it. Yeah.
He's not even doing anything. He's just sitting there, and you're offering up this information.
This
Like,
is
he doesn't
true.
even
Mostly,
do anything. You're
it's just you
sliding back
going.
into
Yeah.
yeah.
Old habits die hard.
Love it. All right. Well, at least Goodell's. Remember when Goodell like mattered, like how he used to like be in the public, and we used to hate him for being himself, and he's just like disappeared, and that's wonderful.
Remember the COVID year when he was sitting there doing it from like his like chair, like it was Masterpiece Theater or something?
Oh, that's what
So-
I mean. I would have
Goodell's
done that.
grandson was my neighbor once, and my dog also had play dates with Goodell's dog. And do you want to hear the bougiest shit that I've never even told anyone publicly? And it's weird that I waited until now to tell people this.
Love it.
But they were on a vacation with their dog, and they flew their dog back on a private jet for a play date with my dogs.
Oh my god,
That
that's some
That's-
rich people stuff right there.
Yeah. Just the dog, by the way. No
Yeah, that's the
family
thing.
members came back with the dog.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes walking on the stage holding the trophy. We're getting somewhere.
Boo.
Is Eric Stone Street still relevant? That's my contribution.
No,
Like, does anybody care about him at this point? Modern Family's been done.
I guess
for
there were
years.
just no other Chiefs fans because they already had Rob Riggle in commercials, and you can't have him live.
Paul Rudd
also.
is a Chiefs fan, and
Paul
everyone
Rudd is the
loves Paul
case.
Rudd.
I just realized. I just was saying that in my head as like, yeah, well, maybe
I would.
I
much
love
rather
Paul
see
Rudd. Paul Rudd is one of the most amazing human beings in the world, but like, he's not a hype man. At least
Mhm.
like an energy hype man. Like he'll say
But
nice things about you, I'm sure, but like,
But is
look
Eric
how
Stone Street
excited
a
that
hype
crowd is,
man?
and that's because Eric Stone Street just started screaming.
All right.
And yeah, and that's another reason Sleeper's terrible because apparently they're leaking picks.
Mhm.
Just add it to the list. We can say that even more now because we don't.
I'm so sad that Sleeper Trade of the Week is gone. That I'm just gonna start playing that song randomly throughout the day just to get my fill. Like I don't care about the segment
Wait.
or anything. I'm just gonna miss the song.
This is a true who's who's of like B-list actors. They have Eric Stone Street and Heidi Gardner from SNL.
I don't even know.
And-
Who that
I don't even know who that is either.
Exactly.
Don't know.
is. She looks
Maybe
like
more
young
like C-list.
Kristen Shaw.
She's honestly, I don't even watch SNL anymore, but I still
Neither
know
do
who
I.
she is.
Oh, there you go. They're on the clock with 9:50.
Whatever.
I don't think I've watched SNL in like 20 years.
The only thing I watch is the Weekend Update where they write the jokes for each other.
Mm.
Because, and Rocky, you should look it up because it's hilarious because it's one white dude and one black dude. So they just write horribly racist things for each other.
I will
We
check
watched-
that out.
We watched for a good amount of time, but I gave up in this past year or so because it just got to be so bad that I couldn't take it anymore.
Past year or so? I haven't watched in the past decade or so.
I just said I haven't watched the past
To
2
be
decades.
fair,
I think.
Grace interned on it and also still like
Oh.
knows a lot of the people, so she
Fair.
thinks she watched somewhat out of loyalty. But I got to a point I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I think I stopped like I was like a year or two into Will Ferrell when I gave up.
Damn, you missed out on some good stuff actually.
That's fine. It's just like The Simpsons. I haven't watched The Simpsons in like 20 years at this point.
Has anyone?
It's still going. Someone has to be, right?
I guess.
Oh man, Mel Kiper's. Oh man, he's losing it. You see that hair? That's going back. That hairline is. He's gonna get fired soon.
The important things that we talk about on the draft show.
Well, that's all he has
SNL.
going for him. He's bad at
Eric
his job.
Stone Street and hairline.
This is what all the football fans are tuning in for.
Yeah. All the people hanging out with us in the chat right now are super into it.
The young pick was officially made, by the way, while we've been talking.
Well, is it 'cause
Finally.
the clock is still going.
It's on the Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers are 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was. I just. Oh, it was tweeted.
You got
That's why.
psyched out by the graphic, too.
No, I got psyched out by Twitter.
See, this is why it's better to be off Twitter and just watch.
So it hasn't been officially made, but it's been made.
I mean, that shouldn't surprise anybody. At this
No,
point,
I
we
mean,
kind
I
of
was-
knew that was happening.
I was hoping a little bit they'd do something crazy and go Anthony Richardson.
That would have been funny.
Like, it would have been fun, at least. Maybe.
As someone who rosters too much Adam Thielen in all my dynasty leagues, I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like he can get Adam Thielen the ball.
Wait, which QB did you let fall to me in Awesome Sauce, Rocky?
All of them.
You got Young. I took Stroud 2, and Chris took Anthony Richardson 3, I think.
Yeah, that upset me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. We didn't even finish that draft. People are just taking forever.
Yeah. I saw
Rocky,
the
you're on
pick.
the clock, Rocky.
Again?
Yeah, it's a 5th round pick.
I didn't even think I had a 5th round pick.
This is why the clock is taking forever.
I traded my 2nd, 4th round pick.
Rocky, we got to get to my 5'10" by the end of the night so I can make it live.
Okay.
So I feel
guess
very
gotta make my pick,
validated.
though.
I feel very validated because I put 2 players in my pre-draft. It was Xavier Hutchinson and Trey Palmer. I got Xavier Hutchinson, and then Zach took Trey Palmer after me. So I feel like I almost made the right pick. And that's good enough for me.
I know he's in the chat, so he'll appreciate this. But if Zach picks a player you were thinking about, you should feel pretty smart.
Even at the 4-12. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I probably like that player because he told me to. That's probably out of there. I do. Except for Xavier Hutchinson. I just like him because he's huge.
That is the one thing that I miss about Twitter, or one of the few things, is that it did help keep me informed about college players. Whereas right now, I basically just rely on, like, I have at least one friend that I text that is a scout, and he sends me his notes, but that's about it.
You have friends that give you the inside scoop.
He sends me his entire scouting notebook. It's pretty nice. Not going to lie.
Wow.
Not that
Why
I
you
bothered to
wouldn't
read
have-
all of it, but I skimmed through it and go, oh, okay. Thanks.
I looked at it real good, though.
Yep.
I
All
don't
this
even know most of these names.
silence. Hey, everybody in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Are we supposed to be talking or something?
I
Casey?
don't know, man. I mean,
I thought we were just
people
here.
are just here to look at our faces.
I thought that we were
Just
just
hanging.
here to watch a screen and have other people watch us through a screen watching a screen.
Well, yes, we live in the Matrix, so that's what happens. Yeah, in general. Aren't our eyes really just screens?
Yes.
No? No, I tried to be deep and I don't think it worked.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. Like, the 101 should have 3
Yeah.
minutes on the
I know. Why is this taking the whole time? Like, what are they going to trade it? Like, no.
like. There's no reason this should take that long. They've been on the clock even still for like what 3 weeks now. But like, if you don't trade the 101
Yeah.
away, you're on the clock for months. You should know what the hell you're doing by this point. Except
It
for that
would also
time where
be-
the Browns just like switched at the last second for Baker Mayfield. Even though I guess if they went Sam Darnold like everyone thought they would, it wouldn't have worked out well anyway.
It would be a weird move to trade into the 101 in real life and then trade out of the 101 unless you got like overwhelmed for it. I mean, I've seen it happen in fantasy, but it's usually just someone like Russ who's addicted to trading and is like, I actually got less value than I bought this for, but I just like flipping things.
That doesn't
I
usually
have
happen in real
never
football.
done that. BT dubs. That is one thing I've never done. I've tried and it failed.
That's
so
the
I just
worst
kept it. I drafted, but I have never. I am adamantly against the idea of trading just to trade because it usually never works. Well, the one-on-one. Trading for the one-on-one just to trade it away, you'll never get what you want.
Yeah, that's pretty much true.
Like they are just talking literally only about Bryce Young. And they haven't actually announced Young as like, what if this is Stroud? Like
That would be hilarious.
The pick is in.
I'm sure they know the answer, but like they literally have only been talking about Bryce Young.
I would
I
love
think
for
it's-
the Panthers to be like,
agree with
psych.
you.
I think it's been pretty known that they're going with Young.
Yeah, but I would love for that to be known.
Hasn't
And
it?
then
I have
last
no
minute, the
idea.
Panthers were just like, actually, it's Anthony Richardson. And you all just spent 10 minutes talking about Young. You suck.
We're taking
Yeah, watch,
Bijan.
that's
Woo!
The one. He's the 101.
See, they're showing him that he's not on the phone or anything, so he's just there, sitting.
I like
Oh
his
man, don't bring
jacket.
double-breasted suits back. I don't want double-breasted suits coming back.
No, I
They look
like that
ridiculous.
though. Well, not on him. Maybe on you.
Not on me. It's like that's 90s. That was a thing, and I no, not here for it. Though I barely ever leave the house, so I'm always in pajamas. It's not like I wear a suit very often, but like the rarity that I do, I don't want to wear a double-breasted suit. But I got to be fashionable. I can't not do it if that's the thing.
A lot of 90s fashion is back in, unfortunately.
And it's the worst idea ever. Oh, I heard the tone through Rocky's speakers. Come on, here it comes. Even though it's
There it
spoiled.
is.
There it is. Spoiler alert. My feed is a little slow.
All right, well, we'll let
My
you know.
feet's
Don't
slow
worry.
too.
Nah.
There you go, Bryce Young.
At least I got my TV to work, so I'm happy.
Hey, yeah.
What's
He's coming up to the
important is
podium. I'll bet you that he's
They-
about to say Bryce Young.
They took Bryce
Literally.
Young.
I can't turn my
Oh.
computer enough.
Who's the fancy guy who put the
Ooh.
scroll on the bottom?
Andrew did it last year. I figured somebody should do it this year.
So good. I am all here. I need this next pick to be the Texans taking Stroud. So at 12, they could take JSN, and we get college teammates playing in the NFL.
I
need it.
think you're going to be disappointed.
I need it.
I mean, I'm usually disappointed in life, so it's not, a big deal. But like, oh, what? Oh, that is hideous. What is that hallway?
Yeah.
And what are those hats?
Everything's throwing it back to the 90s, bruh.
Does that include, is that the new Panthers blue or the old Panthers blue? Those are the real questions we should be asking on this stream.
As someone who is partially colorblind, they changed blues.
So apparently, initially, like Nike or whatever was like, oh, we don't have like your true blue color, but here's one you can use. And they were basically just like, fine. And now they've updated their blue because Nike was like, oh, we actually managed to finally make your official blue color.
My friend used to work for a memorabilia company, and the blue in the Seahawks logo is literally Seahawks blue. Like that's their color. I think that is weirdly cool though. Like that color didn't exist until they put it in their logo.
I'm sure it existed in nature somewhere.
No,
Not to us.
no, it didn't
Oh.
exist.
Exactly.
If no one discovered it, did it really exist?
I don't know how to answer that.
Which means I'm right and you're wrong.
Wow, you are getting really deep tonight, or
I
trying to
know.
get really deep tonight.
It's draft night. That's what happens to me.
Getting deep.
Oh,
Speaking of, what was that? This SNL deep, was it Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy?
yep.
Oh yeah.
Bringing it back. Bringing it back. Oh, like that really is a 90. You're not joking. Like, oh man, can we get starter jackets back?
Dude, every time I go to the thrift shop, I'm like, I need to find a starter jacket.
That hat is straight out of the 90s. Like, you weren't kidding. Like, We need starter, like the giant puffy starter jackets.
It's cyclical. Every decade has its time. Like 10 years ago, it was 80s fashion was back in. Now it's 90s. In another 10 years, it'll be early aughts,
I don't even know what that is.
early 2000s.
Well, I know what the early aughts are. I was saying what they were. I don't know what they were.
I don't know it.
Just
You're
like a
talking to
bunch of
probably
other-
the least fashionable person alive, so I don't know what fashion was in any decade.
Oh, this is the first Alabama quarterback ever drafted first overall.
Wow.
That's going to be a horrible failure now. Who's that guy from? Who's Richard Todd? Who's
I was
taking
about to
in the 70s? All right. I'm like,
He looks
how's
like
this
a
guy
hockey
I
player.
didn't know that got drafted 6th overall? Oh, because I wasn't born yet. Yeah, you're old, Rocky.
I am. This is no secret, Russ. So, have to draft a quarterback, right? That's a whole bunch of crap that's been going on for the last few days.
All right, picks in. They didn't trade back, so
Wow. Okay.
For
gotta
Russ's
be
sake, I
taking
hope that it's Stroud.
It's got to be
I-
a quarterback, right?
I hope that it's Stroud because it'll make Russ happy. And he said he's disappointed all the time, so he needs this.
I could use bigger things to really fill that void than a team I don't care about. But it would still be like, I'm always for fun. Like I wanted them to trade back, like, because that's what they should do in the real world, is like hit back 5 spots, get another first on top and stuff like that, and then build their actual team before they put a quarterback back there and kill them because they don't have another team around, a rest of the team around them. But they didn't move back, so they have to take a quarterback. Like there's no. I mean, there's what, like an edge, the defensive edge
Anderson,
that's supposed to be really good, but
it seems like they got their pick in quicker than the Panthers did.
right?
Yeah.
At
With
least
the
like
second
next
pick,
clock
the
starts over.
Texans take Anthony Richardson and shock everyone.
Whatever, man. Like that's fine as long as they don't then take JSN at 12.
It's been stuck on
Like, I
the
get
pick
that
as
this
in
is a
screen
show.
for a while.
Like I get that this is a TV show and like they need ratings and entertainment, I guess, but like just give us the effing pick, man. It's made over. Like I guess they need to like iron on the jersey, the name on the jersey and stuff, so they need a few minutes. All right, I take that back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, NFL. I didn't mean to get a little short with you.
There you go,
impatient.
Russ.
Do 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 boo boo boo. There's CJ Stroud.
Nice.
I did dress boring.
Mm.
So chalk. So chalk.
So predictable. Now
He
they got to
doesn't
take
look
JSN at 12.
He does not look happy. Like there's no smile on that man's face.
I have to go to Houston.
Man, like, oh, man, I gotta go to Texas now. Like, what is this? You should leave Texas. I don't know.
I
what to tell
should
you.
leave Texas. Jeez.
I'm telling you, come to New Jersey. It sucks, but I'm here.
I'm trying to get away from sucks. I mean, I appreciate the fact that you're there. I'll come visit. Maybe I can move closer that way, but
I'll take anything I can get at this point.
Your sales pitch could use some work, Russ.
it
I am-
sucks, but I'm there.
All I could do is be honest. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want her to move here and just be like, yo, this sucks. Why didn't you tell me? Well, I did say it sucks. I just said I was here. Oh, man, they're outside for the draft. It's dark here.
Not
These
here.
hats really are super 90s, though.
I might have to get one.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna say, I actually don't hate the hats.
That's because you are stuck in childhood, Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby.
If they turn them backwards, I'll be like, Ken Griffey, is that you?
it's so like I'm a little sad that my wife's not around because there was a year where I sat in the living room and I watched all 3 days of the draft, and that tone when the pick is in to this day drives her effing crazy. And I'm talking like this was probably 5-6 years ago. And like every once in a
love that
while, like
tone.
if she ever does something that really pisses me off, all I do is I play that tone once and run away because she'll hurt me. Okay, here we go. Now here's the fun. With the Cardinals on the clock, and when they draft Anthony Richardson, shit's gonna go down.
Wasn't
Supposedly,
there,
supposedly they had a deal to trade down. That was
they
on
had
Twitter
multiple
earlier.
offers apparently.
Yeah.
The only
But I mean,
reason
they
know
were saying
anything
earlier
about-
that something was already in place. Like they pretty much had something in place.
You want to know how I
I mean,
find
at
out
this
information
point-
now, Rocky?
Huh?
The way I find out information is it appears on Twitter, and then Pro Football Rumor says, according to Twitter, and I go, oh, thanks.
I was gonna say something, I completely forgot what it was. Oh yeah, like if I'm the Cardinals, like I would at right now, if I don't have a deal in place, I would literally take whatever's on the table. Like jump back to 5, give me a second this year and a second next year, sure, whatever. That's fine. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Like, why
Get
not?
Something. Yeah.
Yeah. For literally taking
Well,
a
they-
player, you'll get 2 picks later because everyone else wants a quarterback.
Yeah, they always want to try and make them pay a ransom for quarterbacks, though.
And you
When you
should.
have
You
a
absolutely
quarterback, yeah.
should get it. But this isn't fantasy football where you just draft Bijan and you trade him before the season starts. Like, I don't know. You know what? That might be a little too far for the NFL. Like, I
That would
love
be-
the NFL we have now where they trade players, but that might be a little too much. Like,
That would be awesome if they drafted Richardson and then traded him in August.
yeah, like we would have zero stability at any position and like freaking the F out. Like, oh yeah, Andrew is in the chat saying rumors, Andrew Imber, rumors of a trade involving Hopkins in the 103 to the Titans for the pick. I don't hate that. I mean, the Titans need a new quarterback. Like they are redoing their offense, but like, what are you going to give up for that? Like, that's got to be Tannehill 2 firsts because they're coming up from 11, right? Something like that.
Yeah, they're at 11. Yes.
Oh, Schefter is talking very confidently, very pointedly, and like
Yeah, he's
something must be going on right now.
gesturing a lot, but yeah, I don't know what he's saying.
I should probably put captions on. That would probably be a lot of pretty
Oh
helpful.
yeah, I'm gonna do that too. Smart idea.
Yep, someone's
yeah.
moving up to number 3.
The captions are pretty funny because I just got trade with Hoots as my caption. It was HOOTS, trade with Hoots.
See, but yeah, they're talking about a defense, like the defensive
Three,
defensive end right now.
3 has apparently been traded to the Texans.
To take JSN at 3, not 12.
I don't think so.
How has that not been on the
Get your
screen?
guy.
Although,
My son got an alert on his phone, so here we go.
Yeah, damn
It's
it,
on
little
the screen.
Rocky, stop spoiling things.
Technology, goodness.
Trade alert,
Although-
there it is.
I imagine, Russ, that they would be trading 12, so they might lose their opportunity to get.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would think so. I don't think this is. I don't think they're doing this without including 12 in there.
Wow, that's a ballsy move. Because, like, supposedly this is the guy that everyone had mocked Arizona to take here because he's the best non-quarterback. But I wonder what they actually traded to have to get up there.
Yeah, I haven't heard the compensation yet.
That's how you start a team, right? Like, hopefully they draft like 3 offensive linemen with hopefully they still have some picks. Because you get that edge rusher, you get your quarterback, you get someone so your quarterback doesn't die,
Yeah.
and hopefully someone he can throw the ball to.
We call that Andrew Luck in your quarterback in these parts.
Yep, fair enough. Though the Texans did do it to David Carr a while ago. Like they did it before it was cool, like the Colts did it.
Yeah, the Colts just did it to a more high-profile quarterback.
Yeah. And here, like if you're making a trade, the pick should have to be on the trade card. The card that you go up, it says there's a trade, the pick should be on. Like, because what else? Like, are you really trading in here and not knowing who you're taking? No, you know what you're doing. Look, we just know we wanted to be here. We're not really sure just yet.
The GM's just going, let me think about it.
Wow.
Oh, real quick, I know there's like a minute on the clock, but pick three's on the block. Pick three's on the block if anyone wants it.
Cardinals get 12, 33, a 2024 first, and a 2024 third for 3 and pick 105.
Wait, say that one more time.
3, 33, a 2024 first, and a 2024 third.
So swap first. They got their second this year and first next year.
Yeah, and a third next year too, I think.
You know, it's not bad. Honestly.
And they also got
trading up
105.
from 12.
Yeah, and the Cardinals also got 105 back, so I guess that's what, a fourth this year.
Don't math me.
I will
Will
say,
Anderson Jr., linebacker, Alabama. I thought he was an edge rusher. Never mind.
someone in a chat that I'm in made a good point that the Texans at 2 took a quarterback, ruining the market for the number 3 pick, and then went, oh, we'll trade in. So they're playing checkers, I guess. Chess, not checkers.
Wonder if it's Cleveland's or Houston's first next year. Like, you can trade. You have the first from the other team. You should be able to trade it, right? The 24th pick?
Yes.
Presumably.
Yes.
Yeah.
I never even occurred to me.
Yeah, they do specify what pick it is, because sometimes you'll see trades that are like this, the Seahawks send, I'm just making this up, the Cardinals like the Giants' second pick or whatever in the 2025 draft.
I mean, that is practically a starter jacket that guy's wearing. I'm stuck on this now.
Let's go. Bring it back. Bring it back.
That is a big dude and fast.
Yeah, he is.
These guys are not human anymore. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, Micah Parsons should not exist in this world. Like, it's just unfair. Like, it was like watching Calvin Johnson play. Calvin Johnson should have been taken out of fantasy football because there was literally you couldn't defend him. So I have to, it shouldn't be allowed. And that's like what the whole NFL is turning into now, like that level of athleticism. It's ridiculous.
I mean, that's pretty much across the board. It's just like the human body is probably not meant to be this way.
I mean, let's get a little deep for a second again. We put so much chemicals in our food now that, we aren't even human anymore for what we were like 20 years ago. It's fine. The machines decided they needed these different nutrients in our bodies, so that's what they're doing. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Is there a chance the Colts don't go quarterback? Like, that would be fun, because even you can't take hearsay at any level of truthfulness or respect, because it's just the pills talking anyway. But like even he was saying things along the lines of, yeah, we're gonna, our young quarterback is gonna get developed, and it's just like, all right.
Wait, someone in a chat I'm in called this out, and I feel like this is a great thing. So in Will Anderson's little blurb, they said that he didn't practice on Tuesdays in high school so that his high school offense could successfully run drills, because I guess if he did practice, it just wasn't happening.
so awesome. That is wonderful. That makes me a level of happy.
Yeah. I
I
can't imagine
so
being
good at what you did that you could just have a day off because you make everybody else look bad.
I mean, don't get me. That's
What if-
what I do at work. Like, I take a day off because I can just do my job in less than 5 days a week. But like, my boss doesn't tell me to do that.
Imagine if that happened at the NFL level. They're like, nah, you don't got to practice this week. Sorry, man. But like our offense actually needs to have some completions.
Yeah, well,
Although
No,
to be
I get
fair, it is the Texans. So they might legitimately be like, you don't need to practice. Our offense needs all the help it can get.
we don't need to brag. Whatever, man. Just go out there and have some fun. My kids are. I think they're just throwing a rager up there. I don't know what the hell's going on. Colts pick is in. Let's go already.
Let's get it. Right? Let's go. Then you're going to be so sad when it's over.
Come on. I've been waiting so long for this that now I just want it to be over with. That
Isn't
sounds
that
right,
how
though.
pretty much everything works?
Yeah.
That's just
Mm.
living. You wait for something, you hype it up, it happens, and then you're like, I just want this to end.
No, usually I want it to keep happening forever. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how I feel about a lot of things. I'm talking more about Russ. I know how Russ
Just Russ. Russ is his own special self.
One where the ceiling might be caving down on me because my 6-pound son is just stomping like a maniac.
Maybe he's playing like Wii Fit on his Switch or something.
No. No, he has very little body control. So what's worse, like I'll be sitting down here and I'll be podcasting and then I just hear boom, 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 boom. And I go upstairs and he's literally sitting with his arms on the couch and his legs on the ground. And he's just kicking his feet and kicking the floor. And I'm like, dude, you know I'm right below you. He's like, oh yeah. Anthony Richardson at 4. There you go. Above Will Levis. Now
That's pretty
is when we
interesting.
see what it's about. Like I get
Gotta
it
go.
that-
I'll be back.
Bye.
Bye, Casey.
What's going to be interesting is in 19 minutes when I'm supposed to go on a different stream and then you're just here by yourself because we're supposed to have like 4 other people in here and no one else has showed up.
Yeah, I mean, in 19 minutes, I'm supposed to walk my dog. So I might just do that and then come back and it'll literally be no one here.
Well, yeah, we'll just have like a
The DAP show will be right back after these technical difficulties.
Yeah. Okay. So when the Colts got the offensive coordinator from the Eagles, I kind of assumed that they were going to go Richardson. I know Levis is mobile as well, but like mobile, like, like runner. Like, so I kind of thought this was the way they were going, even though early stuff was all about them loving Levis. The Colts loving. Okay, so now is the Seahawks, who just extended Geno. Levis is on the table. Do something not dumb.
That'd be an interesting move, but also, I feel like, and we kind of knew this was going to happen based on what everyone was saying, but it feels like this is the most quarterbacks we've seen go in the first 5 picks in a while.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely used to seeing 2, short of last season, which was just. We had 3 in 21, right? No, because Fields fell to like 10 or 11 or 12. He fell out of the top 10.
Yep.
Yeah, so it has been a while. I can't even remember the last time.
And also, last year was just like all the quarterbacks just kept falling, and we were like, why are they all falling? What does the NFL know that we don't know?
That they're bad.
Pretty much. That's what they knew. Yeah. Remember when Malik Willis was supposed to be like the next big thing in fantasy? That feels like a long time ago.
At least with Willis, we kept saying if he gets the draft capital, if he gets the, like, no one was willing to say that he was actually good. We were just like, well, if he happens to be good, then like I think we definitely liked him more than everyone else did. NFL comparisons are the worst. Like, no, not like Donovan McNabb.
Who did they compare to McNabb? Richardson?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see that now. Also, Andrew Ember says 2021 was Lawrence, Wilson, Lance top 3. So it's only been 2 years. It just feels like a long time. Because
Is it bad that I completely forgot? I completely forgot about Zach Wilson.
I mean,
like I knew that Lawrence and Lance were up there.
I think pretty much everyone else did too, except Jets fans. And they're just mad at him now. Oh,
Speaking of mad at people, there's Peter.
Interesting transition.
How's it going?
Good. How are
Not
you?
bad, not bad.
Anything happened
Watching
yet?
the most boring draft ever.
Oh yeah.
Not much happened.
Yeah, I got distracted, so I literally just haven't been paying attention for a long time. So has it started?
It has started.
Young Stroud, defensive player, Anthony Richardson to the Colts.
All right.
Oh man, Rocky left. We have to
Neat.
keep up that freaking banner thing on the bottom now.
That's what people are really here for, the banner.
I also don't know how to.
That's what I'd be here for. Let's face it. Oh man. Of course, the NFL draft tracker is all slow and shit, obviously. So, exciting times. Everyone excited for nothing?
I'm excited that I get to talk to you, even though I had to miss yesterday.
Yeah, it's nice to talk to
All
you,
right.
Peter.
Cool. Who are you again?
Just some
Don't
guy.
remember. People
Just-
stop making
yeah.
content. I
I forgot
That's
Bobby
fair.
was off of Twitter, and I just sent it to someone that looked like his handle, and that's who showed up. I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, it's fair.
I tell you what, interlopers, right?
I mean, the last time I was on Twitter, I was like 30 pounds heavier, so I could be an entirely different guy for all you know.
I mean,
No,
you're half
you're-
the man you used to be, you know.
Your dislike of Rocky and his Eagles have really just stamped your name on your forehead. We know it's you.
Maybe I'm just very
So
good at
young went
imitating
one,
other
Stroud
people.
went two. Oh, there you go. Richardson going to the Colts is exciting, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we just talked about that already.
No? Okay. Well, I'm just getting here now, so why don't you do it again for me?
All right, let's take it from the top, everybody.
We need to get Rocky and Casey back on.
Restart the draft. All right.
All right, Seahawks have less than a minute left. And nope, the pick is in. All right, so the Seahawks did not trade. I am concerned for a couple of my fantasy teams that they are about to take Will Levis.
What do you want them to do, Russ?
I legitimately don't care. I don't really care about the Seahawks anymore. So as long as they don't draft Will Levis, I don't care. Or BJ.
So what you're saying is the pick's going to be Will Levis then?
I don't want it to be. Like, I have a couple of teams with Geno as my QB too, and I'll be pretty annoyed by that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because you don't want it to be, that is what the pick will be.
And you wonder why I have such terrible expectations of the world, Bobby.
I don't know if the pick. I mean, my stream says the pick is in, but my stream's also super behind, so I don't know if it's already been
The pick is
announced.
in. They haven't said anything yet. Like, you know, I would say something if it actually.
Last
happened.
year, I found Twitter was quicker. Like if I just paid attention to my Twitter feed, I knew before the tracker. I
Yeah,
don't know if that's still true.
probably is.
I mean, I don't know. There's a worse person to be on a live stream to talk about quarterback landing spots. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess they're all good now because they were drafted in the top 5. I that's all I got.
That is literally all that matters. Yeah.
It's better than me, Peter. I'm not even here to talk fantasy, really. I'm just here to see people who didn't even show up, other DAP network people. I hope you listen to this and feel bad.
They should.
You know, they aren't listening and they won't feel bad. So
Yeah, I know. Clearly, they don't care. I should
I
just
would.
move on. Well, I
Do
know how
they-
you feel, Peter.
do they like put
Oh, I have reasons, really.
like, oh, you're wearing a Seahawks jersey, we're gonna mush you with other Seahawks people so you can dance on screen together? Like, that just seems obnoxious. Like,
Yes,
I don't know those people. Don't put me near them.
that is a thing that they did.
I mean, there's probably like team tailgates ahead of time or something, and then they like go in together. I don't know. Just guessing. There's probably people there that aren't even really fans of the NFL, and they're just like, just put this jersey on and dance. We need you to dance on TV. We give you free booze.
I would do it. Without, don't pay me nothing. You just give me some colors to wear. I'll paint my face. I'll start dancing on TV. Devin Witherspoon, cornerback from Illinois.
All right, so you're fine because it's not Levis.
It is not Levis. If we can judge a cornerback's talent by the size of the chain he wears, this guy's great. He has like a
He's pretty good.
medallion on his chain.
Oh,
It's ridiculous.
Yep. I'm sure that's much more important than any of the players we're interested in. It's just not a player
Oh!
we're interested in. You know?
Well, that is absolutely a Seahawks player from that one highlight they just showed.
All right.
Ugh. So what did I miss yesterday, Peter? Like, recap the entire grind for me right now.
Oh, Bobby just left. Wow. Oh, the comments finally came in. Hello, everyone. I thought it was just a 3, but there are comments and everything. Look, Tacit Assassin. He's in here. Nice.
Who?
Is there a YouTube link so I can talk? Or is it just private?
No, people are watching. Probably, maybe.
Get some background music in this stuff. No, I can
Oh,
see
yeah,
them,
we can do that.
Tacit
Right?
Assassin's got fire emojis. Yeah. You can open up the YouTube chat in like a separate box. That's what I do.
I put on dance
can
pop.
talk
Let's
to
see how
him
this goes.
in text as well as on screen. Oh. Oh, now we're in a draft. Now it feels like a draft.
I don't like that. What's acoustic cinematic?
I always go with I don't know, sounds spacey themed. Seems to be the only
I'm not a fan of that. Daydreaming. We are daydreaming of the wonderful landing spots all of our favorite skill players are going to go to.
nice.
No, it's awful. This next one is called Feeding the Ducks.
Yeah, I played around with that one. It's not too bad.
Well, here's Into Space. Yeah, this is the one you use. Lo-fi.
Yeah, there you go. Lo-fi, awesome.
So Detroit is on the clock right now. How worried are you about your Jared Goff shares?
I do have some, but not that worried, I guess. Like, I imagine he'll work somewhere if he doesn't.
All right, I'm leaving on feeding the
When can I
ducks
do that?
because it's called feeding the ducks.
Solid plan. Solid plan.
Oh, commercials. And the clock isn't actually running.
Oh,
what did I
crap,
look
I
at the
just-
screen to see? What?
You're distracting me.
Is all right. I was not ready for there to be a swastika spray painted on a garage door when I looked up. Okay, so here we go. Someone just got offered the 108 to the 207 and 208.
I'm
You
playing
take
terrible.
it. Sweet. Wait, is that a Zach, is that startup or rookie picks? Like, if that's rookie picks, you absolutely take the 108 for 2 mid sevens. Like, I don't even care what format you're talking about. I'm sitting here feeding ducks. That's all I'm doing.
Just feeding the ducks.
Feeding the
Keep
ducks.
feeding those ducks.
Yeah, Zach,
Everything
you
else will
absolutely
take care of
take-
itself.
You take the 108 for the 207, 208. You don't even think about that. You just take it. 12 team super, absolutely. It didn't even matter what the settings were, but in 12 team super flex, that's even better. Go for it.
I had a question earlier, which was basically there were seconds and thirds in it, but it was Marcus Brown for the 108 and a 1 QB. And I said Marcus Brown pretty easy.
Yeah, in a 1 QB for sure, because that's. Ugh. Cardinals trade for the Lions pick. Someone's spoiling things for us in here.
I like spoilers. It's fine.
Will Levis, here it goes. Goodbye, Kyler. I get that Kansas City isn't like city, but like that's a lot of open space. Like I don't think there's that like much open space in anywhere in New Jersey like that's populated. Come on, just put on the screen what the trade was. Yeah, the Cardinals effectively picked up a 24 first to pick the same player they probably would have taken at 3.
That sounds like the draft. The draft we know and love.
Oh, here we go. 6th overall for they go back to 12 and they get a 23. So they gave up the 12 and the 23 second to move up to the 6th. That's nothing. Just throwing a second.
So the Cardinals traded up into the 6th.
Yeah, from 12 to 6.
What were they at originally?
3. And then the Texans traded up.
So they
to
traded
number
back
3.
into 6th.
Yeah, they traded back and then traded up. They traded
Oh,
back.
all right. The Texans went up to get Stroud. Oh, okay. So that's where I'm behind. That would have been.
They
helpful
drafted
in a
Stroud at
second
2, which
recap.
was their pick, and then the Texans traded up from 12 to 3 to get a linebacker.
Oh, I see. Yeah, they got the second one to get a linebacker. Wow.
Because they had 2
Oh,
first,
wait a
but the
minute.
second one was at 12. The Lions have traded the 6th pick.
That
The
wasn't good
Arizona
enough.
Cardinals with the 6th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. The Arizona Cardinals, that's a big dude standing up. Paris Johnson Jr., Ohio State. All right, so whoever is playing quarterback for the first half of the season will die a little bit less. Will die a little bit less because they have an offensive lineman now.
I guess so.
That man is wearing one color. His suit, shirt, and tie are all the same color, and it's not far off from the gold that his chain is. That is a fashion choice that I could not pull off. Right, so now I'm like, all of these teams with like serviceable quarterbacks are up now with Levis still on the board. Like, I have a couple of Garoppolo shares. I am a little worried about Will Levis going here. I don't want that to happen.
Sorry, what?
Do you think that they, like, if there weren't cameras in the conference rooms, that they would get up and clap and hug each other? Or is that just for the cameras?
I think so. I think they're just playing it cool, as it were.
Hey,
Hang on.
how's the party going?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh,
Hi. Andrew is at a party being thrown by the Bears, and he decided to actually show
Can you
up
hear
for
me
the
now?
game. Yes.
I can't hear you at all.
Who cares? Just start talking.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
pretty good. Yourself?
Are we having fun yet?
Yes. Well, we were until you showed up.
I can't hear you at all. That's so funny. Hang on.
Do you have your volume on?
Hello?
Hi.
I still can't hear you. That's so weird. Hang on. Let me drop out.
Good. Like, what does he think he is? First of all, yes, he is literally at, his wife got invited to a party thrown by the Chicago Bears, like the Chicago Bears.
Surprised you have time for the likes of us.
Right? Oh, I don't know. Can you see the YouTube comments, Peter? Can you read the?
I can see some of them in the comment section, but they don't seem to be updating very well. Why? What's it say?
There we go.
Hey, how's it
I
going?
mean, I read them to you on our show.
What's up, gentlemen? How we doing?
We're having a good time. You having a good time?
I'm having a great time. Yeah, we're very excited about what the Bears are about to do. I know, Russ, you were having to go somewhere at 9. Are you good?
I mean, I should be going somewhere, but I'm not going to let Peter sit here by himself.
I'm not going to let Peter sit here by himself either. That's why I thought I would hop on for a little bit while I'm figuring out what's going on.
Whatever. I'll just go to the other show eventually.
Again, I'm at Soldier Field right now.
I don't know.
This
what
is a great
Soldier
time.
looks like, so you could just say that and point to almost.
Oh,
any
but
building, I believe you.
it's clearly like, look at this. Like, this is like old school, like, and then alien ship landing in Soldier Field. This is what we do. This is what we do in Chicago.
Sure.
Well, I used to live in Chicago, so I say we. But yes, Peter, how are you? How are your spreadsheets?
So far, so
Nailed
good.
it. That's exactly right.
You know, I don't know how to answer that. They are still spreadsheets, so you
So
know.
mad
Exactly.
here that it took that delay for him to actually hear what you said.
He's like,
Oh, yeah.
well, they're still spreadsheets. I got a free Bears hat. That's how I roll. Now there's been a number of crazy things in this draft already. I'm sure you guys have talked about it. This has been a wild draft. I'm enjoying it.
I'm concerned. Like every pick has me like a little concerned. Like the Seahawks pick, and Levis is still on the. Are they going to do something stupid? Okay, no. Okay, good. Okay,
Yeah.
well now Las Vegas is on the clock, and I have some Garoppolo shares. I need to be worth something. And
Yeah.
now I'm worried they're going to pick is in. I mean, like I'm worried they're going to take Levis now.
Well, you're going to break it to me. I'm not able to see a TV at all from out here. I'm coming out to say hi to you guys, and like I said, keep Peter company so his spreadsheets don't devour him whole. That's pretty much my logic.
I mean, Peter might just be the
I'm
results of a
literally
bunch
just
of
playing
spreadsheet
chess.
formulas.
I'm really distracted.
It's the NFL draft and Peter's playing chess. Is that the most nerd thing I've ever heard? Yes,
I
it's
mean,
brilliant.
I don't
Thank you,
have
Peter.
anything to do with the draft. It's not like I'm making the picks. I don't have to.
No, what's funny about that is you're exactly right. Like
So,
you're right. The spreadsheets don't care. The spreadsheets don't care. Yeah, you're exactly right.
But they care about the
Like the
draft
number when it's
capital
done,
that
it's
happens
fine.
from the draft. Like, what are your spreadsheets without draft capital?
Cardinals effectively picked up the top 2024 first to pick some player they would have taken at 3. Got it. Thank you, Andrew.
Right.
I know.
Right.
I did say Lamar
That's exactly
got
it.
a contract. Shock horror. Lamar Jackson is going to be a football player. So, like,
Are
that
we
seems like
surprised
big
at that,
news so
though?
far.
Like, didn't we kind of expect him to play? I
No.
was like, there's an
That's
outside
the
chance he
thing.
doesn't.
I mean, there's
You're
a
surprised
chance
by that,
he
though,
plays
Peter?
Somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that like I was able to trade from a few places because I had John Hogue was talking about how he's not really a top 5 quarterback on the Superflex Super Show, the one episode they did, and I was like, I guess we don't like Lamar Jackson anymore. But I've liked picking him up a few places. Put it that way.
I definitely sold Lamar
It's pretty good
more than
QB
anything. But
for Mahomes.
I wasn't buying Lamar. I wanted to see what happened with the contract, and of course now I'm going to miss out on the discount, right? Which is fine with me. I just try not. I try to avoid
That's the
chaos,
thing,
but
man.
I didn't.
I
Yeah,
try
I didn't
not to
want
think
the
of it as a
headache.
discount. It means he was tradable. It's not like I didn't pay anything. I paid good money,
Right.
But before,
price
Well, what'd you pay?
after the contract, no
Lamar
one
for
wants to
getting
trade him. Without a contract, someone. Yeah. It's more about.
well, what'd you pay for Lamar though? You said you just got Lamar, right? Or you traded for him, or did you not? No, I missed that.
In Trade Addicts 1, he went for what?
Yeah, I did.
24,
I traded him from the DLF Pod League actually.
Well,
and Aaron Rodgers,
okay.
I think. Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I traded him in one of the Junkies
Pretty
leagues
good.
too. Like I had him in DJ2, I think, and I traded him for. I don't remember at this point. There's too many trades. You know how it is, Russ.
Tyree Wilson, defensive end from Texas Tech, wearing fantastic sunglasses.
I was really hoping it was Gonzalez. I had a bet. Damn. I've already won 2 bets, but I've lost 3, so we're good.
I am jealous of
Are you
this man's
projecting
style.
the draft this year, or do you normally? I don't even know.
No, I don't normally. I live in Ohio, so I don't really. We weren't able to bet on the draft, And so this year I was like, well, screw it. I'm going to put a bunch of bets out that I think might hit. And I don't tend to bet unless it's like plus 700, because why bother if I'm not going to win money? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to bet I don't want to bet $3 to
Right.
win 2. Like that seems kind of mean. So I always bet like whatever I feel like could happen. That's like plus 700. That's what I bet. So yeah, it was like plus 550 or something for Christian Gonzalez to go 6th, and I thought Detroit was going to have 6 because of course they hadn't traded at the time. So yeah, I like Wilson though. That's a good pick. And I'm here at Soldier Field at the Bears draft party. I'm talking to a bunch of Bears fans, and they want Carter or Wilson. So now that Wilson's gone, that's kind of tricky. So now we're up to Las Vegas at 7, I think. Right? Is that what we're doing?
Las Vegas just picked at 7.
Sorry. Right. So it's Falcons at 8, right?
Falcons at 8, and again, I'm worried about my Ritter shares and the cards I've been buying that they're going to take Levis right here.
There's no way they take Levis. I don't see that happening. I think they take Bijan before they take Levis.
I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for Bijan to go yet.
Fair, I guess. But again, it's very possible. Like, that is the team that wants to run the ball more than any other team. Like, it kind of makes sense, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I could see it. I did pick Atlanta to take a DB, though, or DL, either one, as a bet, because I'm kind of curious to see what happens here. But I'm still thinking Jackson Smith and Jigba's on the clock at, before Green Bay gets them at 13. I still think that's a thing. So I'm very excited to see how this goes. I think Detroit could do it with their now new 12th pick, right? So Detroit is 12, like, and Jameson's suspended. I mean, they could go something kind of crazy here. Like I could see them taking Jackson at 12. So it's kind of a fun time. It's a good time.
No, that I only have one Jameson Williams share, but I need my JSN shares and my ARSB shares to stay separate. Like, they don't need to get that close together.
I did just trade ARSB in a league, and it was a bad trade now because of Jameson and all that. But I've traded for Jameson in 2 leagues, I think. I still think he's going to be a beast, but that team is looking to win now, and I'm telling you, Jackson could still be the guy at 12 there. If not, it's almost definitely Green Bay at 13. Also, because it's kind of like a big old fuck you to Aaron Rodgers. Like, all he wanted was for them to take a receiver, and as soon as they trade him, they're like, all right, now we'll take a receiver.
That
Like,
was
that's
my feeling on it. Yeah.
Well, they took
that's kind of how it's going to go.
Year, right?
What's that?
Christian Watson was in the first last year, right?
I thought he was in the second, but either way, like he was asking for that for years, and it just never came through. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's a chance. It'd be really funny. We'll see. If you guys get the Atlanta pick, let me know. I got to run back inside as soon as Bears are back on the clock.
Oh yeah, you got to get it. Yeah, the pick is in, but they haven't announced it yet. They're at
Right.
commercial, so
Perfect.
some time.
Well, I know I missed Bobby because I know he had to go at 9, so I was like, damn. Well, that's okay. I'll try to hop back on later though.
Dude said he had to go walk his dog, and he's been gone for 20 minutes.
No comment. I'm not getting down that rabbit hole. Nope. Just Bobby's being Bobby. He's trying to make the wife happy, trying to keep the life even. I totally get it. So he's got to do what he's got to do. That's all I'm gonna say. Has Har been on it all yet?
No,
How sad. Brian, if you're listening, if you're watching, Brian, get on here. Come on.
or at least like stay
not
high
that bad.
in the because he's not doing that either.
Well, again, last 2 years, I think I was on this like the whole time. I had a great time, but this year I'm like, I'm remote. I can't do it. Like, I don't know how my audio is. Like, this video is not great. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing the best I can, but need some DAP love. Need to help out.
Hey man, if you got to be somewhere to miss the show, you be at a party thrown by an NFL team.
That's what I'm thinking too. Here we go.
That's
Atlanta
what I've
Falcons with
always
the 8th
said.
pick.
It's always been my rule.
Oh my God, I called it.
What?
Tell me when you guys see it.
We're still at commercial.
I just saw it on the sleeper update.
Another reason sleep.
Please tell me it was right. Everybody's talking about it already. All right, let me know when you get it.
Well, you said you're right, which leads me to believe it is not Will Levis.
Nope, not Will Levis.
It's Bijan.
It's Bijan.
No, I mean, like, I don't care about Tyler Algier or anything, but like,
Tyler Algier is dead. Bijan to the team that wants to run the ball makes total sense. I should have bet on that. I bet against it because I thought for sure there's no way they're that easy. Bijan, I called it on a number of podcasts in the last couple of weeks. I'm like, I think they could go it. Andrew Erickson from Fantasy Pros called that first. So I got to give him respect. Maybe not first, but the first I heard it. And I loved it. I love the idea. There's Bobby.
Hey, Andrew, calling in from the party.
yep.
Yeah, from the Bears part. This is Lake Michigan back here. Here. Let me do this. Like, that's Soldier Field right up here.
Don't you need to
Nice.
get back
I don't
inside,
know.
Andrew?
I'm going to duck back inside because it's the Bears pick, but I had to hop on. Thanks to see you, Bob. I'll try to hop on later. But yeah, Bijan, number 8. You guys go talk about it.
See you in a bit.
All right, see ya.
Enjoy the party. Also, Rustin, you have to hop.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to leave Peter by himself. And then when Andrew got on, I knew he couldn't stay around forever. All right, you and Peter talk for a bit. I'll be back.
All right. I think my stream just froze, so that's fun.
You're fine.
No,
I hear
I'm
you.
saying my stream of the draft just froze.
Oh, Peter's not even watching the draft. So yeah, one of you needs to be watching it.
Well,
Well, I mean, like, they haven't even announced the pick yet, even though, Andrew spoiled it for us that the Falcons are about to take Bijan.
do you think he's being serious or was he trolling?
No, I think he was serious. Because
What the hell
that's
is
been
this?
the rumor for, a little bit.
Is that music coming from one of you guys or is that my computer? I hear like weird
It's
music.
It's a StreamYard function.
it's a
there,
StreamYard
yeah.
thing. I keep forgetting that you could do that. It is a little loud. I'll lower it a little bit. But the song's name is Feeding the Ducks. So I
Because at least on my computer, it's like overpowering. It's all I hear basically is the feeding the ducks music.
really I barely hear it.
Maybe it's because I'm using headphones. I don't know, but it's like it is pretty loud.
How about now?
That's much better. I didn't even notice it before.
Well, I Peter reminded me that it was something I could do because
I
I'm not
see.
used to doing this. Where's there? And there's a kid coming to
I
announce
enjoy
Bijan? Yeah, seriously, like take a deep breath. Don't screw this up. This isn't about you. This is about Bijan. You can't screw this up for Bijan. There he is. So, like, this offense is the thing. Like that. I get it. Ritter's not great, but Bijan to dump the ball off to, and then London and Pitts, like, that's for real. Eagles traded up from 10 to 9.
What did they give up?
I don't know. We're so far behind everyone else that I have no freaking idea.
Also, is Chicago ever going to make their first round pick, or they just want to keep trading?
If you can keep getting stuff, you keep getting stuff, right? That's what I would do, especially if
Yeah,
my team is
that's
as bad as theirs is. All right, I'm gonna hop off for a little bit.
I don't know
will be
how I
back.
do that guy. I should really turn
Alright.
the chairs off then. I don't know what to say. It's a draft. I mean, Bijan Robinson is the running back one of this draft class now. I'm really shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His going to the
Falcons
Falcons
is a good
doesn't
landing
change
spot.
anything.
Now,
So, Peter,
here's a
why
question.
don't we
we
talk
kept
about
getting.
this?
Was there any landing
ahead.
spot they could change it? And the answer was only if he gets behind CMC or Barkley, basically.
Yeah, that's
Or
fair.
goes in the third round or something similar.
Peter, what players are you looking forward to
Yep,
seeing
yep, yep.
their landing spot?
I'm really interested to see where Addison goes. Jordan Addison and Josh Downs, particularly. They've been mocked to the Chargers and the Colts, respectively, or Minnesota. A couple of them, and both of those would be great.
Yeah, those would be
I think
very
the
good
tight end landing spots are interesting this year as well. Like Kincaid was getting pretty good.
A lot of them are
buzz
getting,
as a first rounder. So
A lot of the tight ends were getting like day 2 mock draft capital. So we'll see if that actually holds up.
how many fantasy relevant players? Not that means that it's just a game that we play. Do you think are going to be drafted? I mean, we've already got 4, which is pretty good, especially if it's the super flex. You've got 4. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
they were mocking like 2 or 3 wide receivers in the first, and that seemed like a jump. Sorry, my internet seems to be slow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping Zay Flowers, for example, gets drafted in the first because I have
I
one
heard that
draft
one.
with Russ. That's a draft before the NFL draft, and I took Flowers. I doubt that Josh Downs goes in the first, but if he does, I'll be a very happy man.
No, I think he was mocked to the Colts in the 60s or something, but yeah, it's been a while since I looked.
Jalen Hyatt had some first round buzz, but I kind of doubt that
I-
happens too.
I honestly thought he seems like the type of player who'd go in the first, but the buzz seemed to drop off at some point. I don't know. Maybe they figured it out. If they take JSM, we know they figured it out. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Falcons.
Just-
What do you think the Falcons need?
What do I think the Falcons need? It's a better question is what do I think the Falcons don't need? Falcons need pretty much their team needs pretty much everything. I mean, obviously there wasn't really a quarterback that was available at that point, but like, do we really think that Desmond Ridder is a good quarterback?
Yeah. Well, they took a running back, of course, because that's what you need when you don't have a quarterback. You need a running back.
They took a playbook out of the 2016 Giants books page. Hey, we need
There
a
you
running
go.
back. Or no, we need a quarterback. Let's draft a running back instead, guys.
Not a bad comparison, considering people are going to ask if the Falcons being a bad team or it hurts. I mean, they got great skill position players. It doesn't mean much for Ritter, but they should be pretty good.
Yeah. It's it.
And
I
the
will say,
Eagles. The Eagles can't go skill position wise, right? I mean, they got too much already at the skill position.
you never know if the Eagles, they seem to just, I was saying this earlier, and it makes me mad because I'm a Giants fan, but they just do whatever they want, and the rest of the NFL just catches up, basically.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yup.
The Eagles just always
you
seem to make.
Been up to.
Not a lot, just working essentially, super boring stuff. What about you?
Well, I remember when it wasn't, but I remember you getting that job, and it was exciting. So,
I mean,
there's that.
it's still exciting, and I'm doing well at it. I'm just being modest. And also because talking about work on a podcast about football is probably not the most exciting for the couple of people that we have listening or tuning in.
Right.
But yeah, how is
freaking
everything on your end?
Kind of up in the air. I wouldn't worry about it. But we're all still alive, so that's pretty good. Sam's learning.
That's definitely
slowly.
good. I'd like,
Right.
going on living is generally seems to be a good thing to do.
It tends to be what I vote for if I get the option. I'm like, keep not being dead.
Someone recently,
I always think that's the king.
someone recently said to me, every day you wake up and don't see your name in the obituary is a good day. And I was like, that's a dark outlook on life, but I like it.
As long as you wake up, I think I could take my name
Yeah.
in the obituary. If I'm looking at it, I'm probably good.
Yeah, that would be kind of weird. Like, hey.
That's probably just a mistake. You got to assume. Or you're on a really fun adventure right now, and that could get wild.
This guy may have already been on a very fun adventure when he said it to me. I wouldn't have been
That's
surprised.
That's right. You got any sleepers in this draft? Like, you can't wait to see where A.T. Perry goes or anything? I don't know where you're at. You haven't been doing content, so I don't know where you're at.
Honestly, at this point, I'm just looking at the players that I took in this draft, like Devin and Chain, Tyjae Spears. If we're talking about like sleepers, I guess like Tucker Kraft for my 1.75 T premium. I want to see where he goes because I know he has small school production. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm definitely without Twitter not as well informed about football as I used to be because I don't talk to smart people like you on a pretty much daily basis.
The guy who doesn't know what's going on because he's too busy just being distracted by board games. Yeah. I always know what's going on. But no, I barely know that Lamar got a record-breaking contract. It seems like a meme to say record-breaking at this point. It's just the next quarterback to get a contract has the record. It breaks every time, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm sure Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow were looking at that like, all right, can't wait to get more money
Awesome.
than that next year. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Can't wait to get the better guarantee. He got like 185 guaranteed, I think, something like that.
Something
Pretty
like that, yeah. And then Patrick Mahomes is like, can't wait to rework my contract to beat all of you.
Then I shall break the record. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with the rising cap, it's what's going to happen. QBs are just going to continue to make more money than the
it's also
QBs
just
that
the
came
NFL,
before
right?
them. Yep.
Travis sent out a post Travis May sent out a post before the draft talking about the first guy who was drafted in the NFL ever and didn't end up playing because they wouldn't pay like $100 a week or something. So he would work for a factory instead. I was like, wow, yep, it keeps going up, doesn't it?
Times are a little different now.
Yeah, it's weird how time keeps moving. Like sometimes you're like, quit it. Aren't you bored already? I mean, come on, time.
That's like
Get over it.
I know a lot more about
Sorry, I didn't know where I was going with that.
Fair enough. But in baseball history, all the like famous baseball players, like Babe Ruth, for example, worked like second jobs because they couldn't make a living playing baseball, basically. Hey, Casey.
Andrew says Falcons are probably favorite in their division. I'm leaning probably a pretty bad division.
It's true. I'm just glad that the NFC East isn't a joke
I know
anymore.
her.
You do know me. What's up, Peter?
Or at least I pretend to know you. I know your name and recognize you. And that counts. That means I know you. It's like the same way I know, like, I don't know, Robbie Downey Jr. or someone. Like, I know that guy. Don't really, but there you go. Falcons, best team in the division, Andrew says. What do you think? No thoughts. Got it. Cool.
I would probably still say the Saints. I mean, like, Derek Carr's not a bad quarterback. But also,
The Raiders
Andrew's
are
not
just kind of
wrong.
a team you don't want to think about.
Yeah, Andrew's not wrong
Andrew's
that the
never been
division
wrong,
sucks.
actually.
Yeah, that
Division.
division.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to come up with some opinion about these quarterbacks, and I really don't have one. Bryce and Young are pretty good. Richardson might be Lamar, I guess, but different because he didn't even pass enough to be able to say he was that. So, 330 full attempts for his entire college career. That's like 1 year's worth of attempts. 1 game's worth of attempts.
That's what happens these days.
Yeah.
If a quarterback can run, we go, he's automatically Lamar Jackson, or he's the new Cam Newton.
That does seem to be the philosophy right now.
Yes? Damn dogs. I was like, I'm going to let you in here. Be quiet, though. Oh,
Dogs are
hi.
always.
It's like they
welcome
don't
on the street.
understand English sometimes.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Man,
Casey, what show did you just come from?
I was on with Fantasy Six Pack, but I don't know anything about the draft, so I just like said that guy's outfit looks cool.
Where
So
I'm at right
basically
now,
what
Russ
we're-
invited me on this show and then left, and I'm like, I have nothing. Like, I'm inputting their draft data as we go. Like that. That's all.
So, Casey, basically what we were doing on this show, you just left to go do on another show.
Yes, exactly. I did.
Yeah.
They're yeah. They were asking questions and stuff, and I'm like, what do I think about this pick? Good for them. I'm glad that team picked that player.
I like the 90s style hat.
Yeah,
Back to you.
yeah.
Very cool.
I'm like, these suits look pretty dope that these guys are wearing. Oh, and he's crying. So I mean,
I think that means only good things, you know? Style is an underrated metric.
yeah.
Yeah, Peter, you need to get on that. Make a spreadsheet of style correlation to fantasy points.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already tracking one-hand catches. You think that would do it? Where are you at in Dynasty these days, guys? Like, how many leagues are you in, or have you faded most of them? Like, I was
3.
looking, one of mine folded. I've only got like 4 left. I went and added one with my Patreons just so I could get back at the fun. You just in 3? Is that the way you want it, or
That's the way I want it.
presumably?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I
As
mean,
in you're slowly playing less Dynasty, or you find it
No.
better to just play in a few?
I find it better to just be in a few, and I feel like I'm more focused on it when there's less. So, you know.
Especially if there's waivers. I found it difficult
Yeah.
to keep up with waivers when there was like, that's why I started cutting back. Like every Thursday was a job, or every Wednesday, whenever it runs. Like you have
That's
to sit
how I
down
feel
and
too.
spend a couple hours. Yeah.
I'm also these days not in anything complicated. Like all of my dynasty leagues are very, very vanilla. There's no like extreme settings. except
Thank
that,
you.
Like, they have like
Mhm.
maybe some extra tight end points or something, but that's about it. It's like super flex, pretty normal, nothing crazy about it. No like John Bosch type stuff or like kitchen sink or anything like that.
I'm still
was
in a
talking
John
to-
Bosch league because I like the people in it. But yeah, if by choice, my leagues have always been very vanilla. I want to know what's going on
Yeah.
straight away. I don't want to have to go read the rules to remember.
I'm all in Russ. Russ is my commission every single league. I'm like, if that's the way I want it, just deal with one person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I only have 2 commissioners. It's Russ and my friend Zach, who's the one who got me into fantasy. And
That is
actually, I
very
commission it in a league too, but it's the same exact settings that I stole from Zach. So I only really have like 2 settings I need to remember. It's either Russ rules
Just
or Zach
yeah,
rules.
just clone one or the other, and you're good.
Yeah,
you're
right.
good to go.
Yep.
Oh, my patrons insist on playing on Sleeper, and I really don't like using my phone for fantasy football. So, but
Yeah, I will say I still talk to some people who played a lot of leagues, like 30 or whatever, and just seeing them type that gives me heartburn. I'm like, no, thank you. That's way too much.
no thanks.
I was talking to J Mike the other day, and he said that John Bosch's league was his first dynasty league. And I was like, no, no.
That's not a way to introduce yourself to the sport.
Yeah.
It's more of a way of deciding to retire.
Yes. I felt bad. I was in a John Bosch league for 1 year, and then I was like, yeah, dude, I know you told me I could bounce. If it wasn't for me, it's not for me. And then I bounced.
I'm actually
Jerk I am.
One's a contract that he runs, and I'm in it just because the people in it, and now I'm in it, and I don't know how to quit things. But the other one's actually really interesting. It's got like 100 different teams, but it's best ball and they're multi copies, and it sounds like John Boschian, but it's actually really simple to run because it's best ball. Because, like depending on where there is a pick range, and depending on where you finish is the range of picks you can draft. And so it makes it a little interesting come draft time, and then the rest of the time you don't think about it. Like there's just waivers. So it's decidedly un-Boschian, and yet it is really complicated. It's kind of cool.
I will say,
like,
John's
starting to like best ball.
I've played best ball for a while, but I play best ball starting lineups because I hate thinking about start-sit decisions. And then the rest is normal because I would find it boring without like trades or waivers. So I still like having those.
Oh yeah,
so
you gotta have trades.
So I have 2 leagues that have trades and waivers, but best ball starting lineups. And if my other 2 leagues move to that, I wouldn't be mad.
It's something about getting old. You're like, oh, yeah, I want to spend, or maybe it's just playing too long. It's like, actually, doing this every day sucks. I think this can be better.
Pretty much.
So
and I
the
will say in
first
John's
part of it-
defense, a lot of people love John's leagues. I'm not trying to come at him right now. It's too
He
complicated.
knows I'm coming at him. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, the other reason I like him is because I need 2 things. I need to like the people in it, and the commissioner needs to be good. That's it.
Yes.
That's all I really need, and you definitely got the second one down with John.
Yeah, I liked all the people that were in my league, so I felt bad, but I was like, I'll be in other leagues with you.
Yeah.
See, people say that, and they never do.
I know.
I think
that's
they
me.
leave to get away from me. That's my.
Oh, is that it? I mean, I'm in
Yeah,
a league with you, so I haven't left.
I don't think
That's
you're
true. Yeah, we are. We're all
trade
in it
addict
together.
Trade addict. We're
Yeah.
trade addicts. Yeah. This is the first time I've ever met. That's come up while talking to someone on a podcast. I've been building in that league since it started, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a trade addicts league. I went nuts, destroyed the team, and I've been slowly building back ever since. Badly, to be.
My team's just going to continue to just be destroyed every season, and I'm okay with it. Take shots. What you going to do?
I mean, I traded for Mac Jones from you, I think, last year. That about says it.
Mitch.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, Peter, my quarterbacks outside of Dak Prescott are like Kenny Pickett, Baker Mayfield, and Zach Wilson in that league. So I don't think any of us are doing particularly well in trade addicts.
Yeah, I got to go look at it because I'm like, yeah.
Well, you tell someone it's trade addicts, and everyone's like, "Oh, I gotta make trades."
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I just traded for Kyler Murray though, which feels pretty good. I like that.
That seems solid.
You. Yes, my quarterback situation. Derek Carr. Woohoo! Yes. Mm. Not yeah. Desmond Ritter. There we go.
We're just
I think
talking about
I've just got Mac Jones and Kyler Murray. That's my lot.
we were just talking about how Desmond Ritter is probably not a good quarterback.
Yeah, you think I don't know that, but I do. Nobody wants him.
But at least they took Bijan, so they're kind of stuck with Desmond Ritter.
Yeah. That was what I was excited about. I was like, okay. Hey.
I don't know if it's just because my stream is delayed, but this Titans pick is taking literally a century.
No, it's taking a second.
Seriously, yeah, I don't know if it's my computer or what, but we seem to have been stuck on the same pick forever.
Yeah. No, we're
Maybe-
stuck.
Maybe we're getting some serious draft day dealings going on. Who knows? I meant to watch that film. Normally I watch that film before the draft, and I couldn't find the time yesterday.
I've never even seen it. I recorded it though, so I have it saved.
I don't think it's like a requirement, and then you're okay. But
You know.
Here we go. The Titans select. He's talking forever as he does. Peter Skoronsky, is that how you pronounce it? Guard from Northwestern. Not that
Let's
either
say
of you
yes.
know who that is. Yeah, that is who it is.
Huh.
this game's wild.
Hey kids. Why are we feel it? Let's feel it out. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Hi.
No, wait, we're not having stuck on the same pick. It's just been a while since anyone interesting has been taken. Like Tennessee's already gone. Like we just not paying attention because
Yeah, we're just not paying attention.
we're like whatever.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my coworkers earlier today, and he was like, "So you only really care about offensive players?" And I was like, "Pretty much." And also not O-line. It's like, if it's O-line, like if it's my team that I root for, great. If it's any other team, I don't care.
Which, to be fair, is wild because all those players honestly matter for fantasy football. They just don't score points. See what? That's a good point. I always say it's because they don't matter. It's because they don't score points. That's it. It's that simple.
Yeah, I only care about what helps me win games. If it's not for my rooting interest in actual football.
All right.
That's something I learned from John Bosch. You should only care about what motivates you.
Well, in that case, I'll see you later. Casey kind of motivates me, to get famous and stuff. Like if I sit next to her long enough, maybe people will know who I am. No, I was trying to say a compliment backwards, and it just came out weird and creepy. So I'm going to back away from that, if you don't mind. I keep trying to think of
Weird
things to
and
say that might be
creepy.
interesting, and I'm like, nope, got nothing. Got nothing.
Apparently, the Lions
Anyone want to
pick
see the
might be
chest?
interesting.
Cool.
Because a few chats I'm in are saying, like, not going to spoil it, but the Lions, wow. And we just had Andrew
there you
Ender
go.
say excited for the Lions pick, too. So hopefully it's
This
something
one will
interesting.
interest you.
Oh.
Yeah, the Lions took someone interesting.
I see it now. That seems pretty early for him.
Detroit. That's actually terrible. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that what?
Yeah.
That makes me worry
Yeah,
about Swift
what?
because Swift. That's two Swifts on one team. What? What?
And don't forget, they also have David Montgomery already.
That's weird. That's a weird ass pick. Kind of leaning Addison over Gibbs right now. And Swift was definitely not the buy some people thought he was, maybe. That's my first thought.
I mean, this isn't good for Gibbs, that's for sure.
Is it good for Swift? I can't think of it's good for Swift or
It's not good for anyone. It means the Lions are going with a committee, basically, unless they make a
Yeah.
trade.
like
I
a
don't
really
get it.
fat and heavy committee. God,
Yeah.
Lions just can't get out of their own way, can they?
They had to.
Amon-Ra St.
Wait.
Brown, Swift, and Montgomery. What we need is Jameer Gibbs, obviously. That's
I know it happened. The Lions had that cheating scandal, and so they had to do something crazy with their draft pick to like bury that news. They're like, no one talk about the cheating scandal anymore. Just talk about how we messed up our draft pick.
No, I thoroughly hate that landing spot. Gibbs, I think I'd take Addison over Gibbs right now if the draft was right now. That's what that means to me. Well, we don't know where Addison's going yet, but. Ugh. Ugh. I mean, you're not meant to adjust for landing spot too much, but god dang. When Dynasty Outhouse just offered me a trade in this league, and I do not like it. So there's that. Breaking news. I didn't even know I had picks.
You
I'll be
know,
honest with you.
I'm pretty sure I don't even know what is going on in my other leagues. I've been so
I have the 105.
focused on the league, the Dash League we're in, where we're drafting. Like, I'm still waiting for my last pick. Rocky didn't even pick when Russ told him he was on the clock.
Yeah, what the hell, Rocky? We're gonna have to tell Little Rocky on you.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I apparently this happened without me knowing. I sent an offer like a week ago. Mac Jones, Tyler Lockett, 24 first for the 105, and I got it.
So you have the 105 now.
Yeah. And Russ is offering me a bag of garbage for it.
Oh. Sounds about right.
Yeah, you see my team. It's worse than this trade. But he's offering me like
It's
Jimmy
worse than this
Garoppolo. He's offering me Jimmy Garoppolo, Damian Pierce, Christian Kirk, and a 23-7. I'm like, man, if I want to, like, no. My team doesn't have any points. Come on. I don't think I'd do that if I had points.
I know Russ is definitely trying to trade you to get JSN because he's obsessed with JSN.
Yeah.
Pro tip:
That's
if
why
you're
I
in a
said
league
it.
with, if you're in a league with Russ and you have the ability to pick JSN, just hold him hostage essentially, and Russ will overpay for him probably.
Well, he's gonna have to pay more than Christian Kirk. I know it. Christian. Who's I think I am? 2019 PA Howdy? No, thank you. I remember loving Christian Kirk in his rookie year, actually.
I did too.
Well, finally did well last year. I'll take it.
Yeah, after I traded him for like a third round pick in a couple leagues, of course.
Of course.
It's also said the Packers pick has been in for quite some time, but it's also been at commercial, probably because they were like, we need to give people time to process what the hell the Lions just did.
let's give everyone a moment, shall we?
Mm.
Also, I'm confused. Well, maybe he's just doing it while he's podcasting, but I'm confused why Russ is in the chat here, but not actually talking with us.
He doesn't like us very much. That's
I mean, that's valid.
Why
Every
do
time
you
in the past couple of
Why do
years,
the Lions hate me?
I've been supposed to talk to Russ. He's like literally told me he had to wash his hair. He's like, oh, sorry, I have to wash my hair that night.
It's important, though.
Yeah.
Good hygiene.
I mean, it's necessary work. I don't know.
He claims he's trying to get the kids to bed, and all I'm saying is these kids could be fictional for all we know. I don't know if you've ever personally have seen them.
I've never seen them in the same room, kind of a thing. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that was a bit of we didn't even do them the service of getting excited about that draft pick. It was like, for all the complaining.
I mean, we at least commented on it.
I mean, we did. We had comments. I mean,
We had
those-
I will
comments.
say, my days of like probably throwing my computer across the room because I'm upset about a pick are well behind me. I'm not that invested anymore. So if that's what you're here for, that's probably not going to happen.
Gonna say, I don't know I was ever as invested. I get excited about fantasy football like everyone, obviously, but I can't say I've ever been destroyer TV upset about anything that's ever happened. You know?
No, me either. The most upset I've been about like a football move was when the Giants drafted Saquon Barkley, and I pretended to pass out.
Fair enough.
Those days are also well behind me. Although I will say, actually, and it could just be because they're somewhat good again, but these days I actually care much more about the Giants than I do my own fantasy teams. It's reversed because it was not like that for a number of years.
Yeah, I was gonna
For a
say
number
it
of
used to be the
years.
opposite. Right?
Yep, very much so. Fantasy is just something I do for fun. Watching the Giants is still somewhat of a passion.
Makes sense.
Let's see.
Ooh.
That's why I'm bored because
Oh, look. They're in the same
she's
room.
real. They're in the same room and everything. Did you tell her that she was real?
Hey, look, the children are real. Look at that.
I just needed to prove that they were real and that I wasn't just feeling it. And I'm offended. So Elbel, how do you feel about the Falcons drafting Bijan Robinson? Probably. Ellie, can you believe that the Lions drafted Jahmyr Gibbs even though they have DeAndre Swift? Yeah, me neither. I'm shocked. That's how crazy is that? Very crazy.
Are you upset about any Swift trades he made?
I've
That
said
was
that
my
I
fault.
drafted him in Trade Addicts 11 at the end of the fourth.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's a rough night.
Try not to overreact to landing spot, but that is a bad one.
All right. Well, now I'm actually going to go back to trying to get my kids to actually go to bed instead of climbing on top of me. But I just needed to
All right.
prove that I do, in fact, have children, and I don't lie about them just to get out of talking to Bobby.
As far as I know, that's a rent-a-child. You know,
That's true.
yeah,
AI
I
is
need a
pretty
little bit
advanced
more
these
than
days.
one stream appearance. I think this is going to have to be a regular thing, just to prove you're not, you know.
All right. You
Right.
hear that, Bell? You need to come on live streams more often just so I can prove that you're actually my child.
Yep.
He's all for it.
Okay.
All right. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, Al.